National Broadcasting Company presents Radio City Playhouse, Attraction 11.
Hollywood, California, Monday, June 29th.
Presents the finest in motion picture entertainment, Academy Award.
From Hollywood, Skippy, America's largest selling peanut butter.
Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, and Jimmy Stewart.
The Lux Radio Theater welcomes you all.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Drama and Theater, brought to you by Dwayne Old Time Radio. Before we get to today's drama, if you enjoy what I'm doing, let me ask you to subscribe to my channel. Subscribing is 100% free, and you will receive notifications on new posts. Lastly, if you have a moment, write a short 1 or 2 sentence review or give a rating on your preferred podcast service. A positive review or rating would help me out a lot. And now, on to the show. Oh yeah, and thanks for your support. I really do appreciate it. We start the month of July with Lux Radio Theater. 2 episodes from Lux Radio Theater. The Virginian, November 2nd, 1936. And then Madame Sans Jean, December 14th, 1936.
Hollywood, California, Monday, November 2nd. The Lux Radio Theater presents Gary Cooper in The Virginian with Charles Bickford, Helen Mack, and John Howard. Lux presents Hollywood. Our stars, Gary Cooper, Charles Bickford, Helen Mack, and John Howard. Our guests, Sidney Skolsky, noted Hollywood columnist, and Richard Klein, physical trainer of picture stars. Our producer, Cecil B. DeMille. Our conductor, Louis Silvers. We wish you could all be with us tonight in our theater on Hollywood Boulevard, not only to meet our stars, but also the many other screen celebrities whom I see just beyond the footlights, awaiting the curtain of another great show. But wherever this hour finds you, a hearty welcome from Lux. This program comes to you with the good wishes of the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, the soap preferred by 9 out of 10 Hollywood stars, and is yet so inexpensive that every girl can use it every day. Our message is to use all the cosmetics you wish, but remove them thoroughly, the Hollywood way, with Lux Toilet Soap, whose active lather cleanses the pores and keeps your skin soft, smooth, always lovely. Our show opens with word from our producer. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Here in the hometown of movies, we're so used to stars who grit their teeth, clench their fists, and crash their way into the limelight, that a man as shy and human as Gary Cooper is a complete novelty. On a Hollywood soundstage, he's as refreshing as a breeze off the prairie. Last month, the Cheyenne Indians up in Lame Deer, Montana, tried to give him a name. They called Gary Comaced. He was mighty pleased to become a member of the tribe until he discovered that his new name means tall, handsome one. Gary was an unknown actor in westerns when he was called in by the Paramount Studios for a screen test. Entering the room, he faced an office filled with producers and executives. The long young man from Montana looked at the expressionless faces, swallowed hard, smiled feebly, and bolted for the door. But his personality clicked. They gave him an important role in Wings, and Gary's been soaring steadily upward ever since. I welcome him tonight as a fine actor, a sincere co-worker, a fearless man, and a close friend. Charles Bickford is also a most welcome addition to our cast. Charlie left the stage to work for me in Dynamite, my first talking film, and has appeared in 4 of my pictures since, including The Plainsman. Charlie's no mean antagonist as a villain. In fact, it took an African lion to put him in the hospital. He will be heard tonight in the role of Krampus. Our leading lady is Helen Mack, who has been on stage and screen since childhood, and is one of the most unspoiled young actresses in Hollywood. she is heard as Molly Wood. The role of Steve is played by John Howard, co-star of the film Valiant is the Word for Carrie. And now, up with the curtain, as the Lux Radio Theater presents The Virginian, written by Owen Wister, starring Gary Cooper with Charles Bickford, Helen Mack, and John Howard. Wyoming, in the early 1900s. The dusty little town of Medicine Bow is humming with activity. And though it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, the Maverick Cafe is filled with a noisy, rowdy gang of cowhands, whooping it up on their one day off. From the street comes a tall, quiet-spoken young cowboy, known to his friends as the Virginian. As he steps up to the bar, he gets a loud welcome from an old pal, Steve.
Hey, you gall-dang mangy soup-fed buzzard, who are you passing by?
Steve.
Nobody else but.
Well, Steve, you ornery low-down cousin to a bald beaver. What in blazes you doing here?
Oh, nothing special. Blew into town about a week ago.
Well, I'm sure glad to see you, Steve. Say, it must have been 4 years since we was riding together.
4 years or more. Yes, sir. Say, I heard about you being made foreman over at the Box X Ranch. It kept me laughing for a week.
Yeah? Well, what have you been doing?
All the same as usual. Working some and playing some. Mostly playing.
Sure. You no good, Weasel. You're just the same as always. Ain't no accounts of nobody nowhere. Ain't you ever going to settle down?
Who, me? Say, what for?
Buenos dias, senor.
Oh, hello, Nina. How are you?
Muy bien.
Hey, let me introduce you to an old pal of mine.
Oh, hello.
Morning, ma'am.
He's very handsome, no?
Yeah, just a minute.
Sure, he's a real lady killer, Nina.
Gee.
Hey, you better watch out for this hombre, ma'am. He's a low-down, double-barreled liar. Don't you believe a word he says?
Oh, yeah?
Hello. What's the argument, boys?
Oh, hello, Trampas. Step right up and join in.
I don't know what it's all about, Nina, but whatever it is, I can settle it fair and square.
No.
It's my favor.
When'd you get in, Trampas?
Just blow it in to beat your time with this lady. Come on, Nina, I'll buy you a drink.
But, senor, I am with these gentlemen.
You mean you were with them? Come on.
No, stop. I want to stay here.
Hey, I ain't arguing with you, sweetheart. I'm telling you.
No, let me go.
Wait.
There ain't no argument, Trampas. We're getting along just fine. Not that it's any of your business.
Who's talking to you?
I'm just telling you.
Yeah? Well, when I want to know anything from you, I'll let you know, you long-legged son of a...
Wait a minute. If you want to call me that, smile.
You're getting mighty touchy, ain't you?
About some things. You better be leaving, Trampas.
Sure. Come on, boys. I'll trim my hide off you in a game of stud.
Say, I wouldn't mix a done with Trampas if I was you.
Trampas and me just don't mix at all.
Hey, where's the Virginian?
Somebody want me? Hey, Nebraska. Yeah.
Oh, hello, boss. Say, the Wyoming special can't get through to the station on account of them cattle blocking the right of way.
All right, I'll send to him. Come along, Steve.
Sure. I'll help you clean them up.
Get up there. Get on.
Hey, head them this way.
All right, Nebraska. Show 'em along.
All right, get along there, you. Get along here,
Well, I guess that fixes it. Thanks, Steve. Well, look at who's here.
Where?
That girl over there. Just got off the train, I reckon.
Hey, she sure is a fine-looking female. Yeah, I'd kind of like to make her acquaintance.
I seen her first, Steve.
Hey, what's the matter with her?
There, she's backing up like a scared calf. Hey, look at her. She's scared of that milk cow down there.
Hey, man, that cow won't hurt you none.
Wait, Steve. I'll go and rescue the fair lady.
Rescue her? From what, a moo cow?
Don't stop me now.
Oh, get away. Get away, please. Oh, get away, I said.
Ho, ho. Get out of here. Get out of here, you ornery devil. Go on. Go on, get out of here. Well, the critter's gone, ma'am. I reckon you're safe now.
Oh, Oh, thank you so much.
It's a mighty lucky thing I happened along. A wild steer is an awful ornery critter.
Oh, it did frighten me, just for a moment.
If that steer had seen you face to face, just like I'm doing now, ma'am, he couldn't have been so bean.
Oh, thank you.
I reckon you're the new waitress at the Lone Star Hotel.
Oh, no, I'm a teacher.
Oh, the new school, ma'am?
That's right. I've come all the way from Vermont.
Well, that sure is fine.
Well, thank you again for rescuing me.
Oh, that's all right. Any time at all.
Mister.
What's the matter, little girl?
Did you see my Bossy?
Bossy? What? Why, no.
She's my milking cow. I was leading her home and she ran away. And I can't find... Oh, there she is. Bossy, here, girl, here, Bossy.
Oh, so that's your wild steer, a milking cow.
Well, you see, ma'am...
Thank you so much, Mr. Cowboy. It was so brave of you to rescue me from Bossy.
Well, look, ma'am, it was like this.
Don't you think you'd better go and rescue that little girl? I'm sure she'd be quite impressed. But if you tried to make a fool of her, she'd probably slap your face. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm sure sorry it wasn't a real steer. My Lulu gal, Daisy, she wears a big white hat, and I'll bet your life when I'm in town.
Easy, boy. Who's that, the Virginian?
That's right, Jed.
I thought I recognized you. The dark, I wasn't sure. On your way to that welcoming party they gave him for the new schoolma'am, I suppose.
That's where I'm heading, Jed.
Yeah, me, too. They say she's a mighty pretty girl.
Yeah, she sure is.
Say, the Valley Ranchers had another meeting this afternoon.
About rustlers?
Yeah. The patience is plumb give out. I tell you, the country's going to the dogs when it pays a man better to steal than to work.
It ain't everybody that's stealing cattle, Judge.
Some is, and it's up to us to find them out.
You know, Judge, I got an idea that ain't going to be so awful hard once we set our minds to it.
What do you mean? You got any suspicions?
Maybe.
Who?
Well, it's only a suspicion, Judge. Cattle rustling's a nasty thing to pin on a man unless you got proof.
Tell me who it is. I'll get the proof.
No, I reckon I'll wait a while. And if I was you, Judge, I wouldn't say nothing about it at the welcoming party. No use spoiling the schoolma'am's first social gathering.
Well, I guess this is where we wash up, Tramper.
Yeah.
Sure sounds like a good time in there.
Sure does. Hey, Steve.
Yeah?
About what I was saying before. You ought to get smart. Cow punching ain't no way for a fellow like you to make a living.
I know it, Tramper. A cowhand's dumb on a locoed steer. Freeze all winter and bake all summer. And for what? $30 a month in keep.
Sure. But making money's easy if you know how. And if you're smart.
Well, what's on your mind, Tramper?
Nothing I want to talk about now.
Well, that's when.
See me tomorrow. I think you'll be interested.
Hello, Steve.
Oh, hello.
Why, I thought you was going to wait for me tonight.
Oh, you was late and Trampas dangled by, so I sort of come along with him.
Well, you ain't very choosy about your company.
Maybe you'll explain what you mean by that.
Nothing, Trampas, nothing. But maybe I ought to compliment you, Trampas. You got so many calves this year. I reckon it keeps you all wore out branding them.
You're liable to talk yourself into a heap of trouble, my friend.
Since when was I your friend, Trampas?
All right. That suits me.
See you later, Steve.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, how about I take you later around to the dance?
Sure. Come on, let's go in. Hey, there's your new schoolma'am over there.
Yeah.
She looks mighty pretty in her Vermont dress, don't you?
Say, she'd look good in an Indian squaw blanket. Well, here goes, Steve.
You going to ask her for a dance?
And I'm going to get it. Evening, ma'am.
Oh, good evening.
Would you care to try a turn at dancing? Huh? I said, would you care
Yes,
to...
I hear you. You're from Virginia, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am. That is, I was born there.
I always thought that Southerners had such good manners.
That's correct, ma'am. Leastways, they should have.
Well, in New England, where I came from, a man always asked to be introduced to a lady before he asked her to dance.
I ask your pardon, ma'am. Will you excuse me for a minute?
Certainly.
Thank you, ma'am. Hey, Shorty.
Yeah?
Come here.
Yeah, what do you want?
You know the new schoolma'am?
No, sure I know her.
Well, I want you to introduce me, formal-like.
Sure. Yeah, come on over.
Thanks, Shorty.
Oh, Miss Wood.
Yes.
Miss Wood, I'd like to present an old friend of mine to you. We called him the Virginian.
Very pleased to meet you, ma'am.
Oh, yes. You're the gallant young man who rescued me from the tame cow.
What's that? Tame cow?
That's all right, Shorty. I'll see you tomorrow.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, so long, boys.
Well,
Well?
would you like to dance, ma'am, or should we sit down?
Thank you. I am a little tired.
I'd rather talk than dance. Can't talk and dance at the same time anyway. Should we go outside?
Very well.
Wait, ma'am. Nice and quiet out here.
Yes, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is. Miss Wood, there's something I'd like to say to you.
Do you mind if I say something first?
No, ma'am.
I suppose you feel very proud of yourself for what you did the other day.
Yes. No, ma'am.
Well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is that all you can say?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Well, I don't think you're a bit funny.
Yes, ma'am.
Stop it.
Well, that's better. Now we're going to get along fine.
You said you had something to say to me.
Well, I reckon you said it already. I was just going to apologize to you on account of acting up like I did about that cow.
Oh, I see.
Now that's all over, and we've been formally introduced and all. I'd like very much to go riding with you someday.
Oh, would you?
Yes, ma'am. You ain't afraid of me, are you?
Oh, why should I be?
No reason at all. I'm as gentle as a plow horse. And I'm powerful, interested in education.
Oh, then I do hope you come to some of my classes. I have several little boys just your age.
I'd sure be proud. Yes. Only I don't reckon I could get away from work to go to school right now.
Oh, but you could get off to go riding.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll be calling for you up at the schoolhouse. Well, how do you like the new horse?
Oh, she's marvelous. What's her name? Oh, what are you laughing at?
Well, her name is Sir Henry, but I call him Hank for short.
Well, he's a nice horse.
You want to get off here for a while?
All right.
Easy now. There you are.
Oh, thanks. Oh, it was wonderful to ride out here. I love it more every day we come.
I reckon I do, too. Never noticed the country much before, but coming out this way with you all the time, I like it fine.
You haven't told me about that book I lent you last week. Did you finish it?
That Romeo and Juliet? Yes, ma'am, I finished it.
Don't tell me you didn't like it.
Well, I ain't read any poetry before, but as soon as I get the hang of it, it'll be as easy as reading the patent medicine catalog.
Didn't you like the story?
Well, they raised a mighty strange breed of men in them days, but in some respects, this Romeo was a pretty good hombre.
Oh, indeed. Just a pretty good hombre.
Yes, ma'am. He had his enemies and killed them. Shows he wasn't no coward and proves he was quick on the draw.
Why, you approve of killing your enemies?
No.
An eye for an eye?
No. Not if there's an honorable way out, no, ma'am. But them enemies was particular ornery. They had it coming to them.
Well, what else? What didn't you like about Romeo?
I didn't like him in that balcony scene.
The balcony scene? Why, that's the most famous scene in the play.
Maybe so, but not for me. What's his idea in traipsing up and down a rope ladder, anyhow? Why didn't he go in through the front door?
Don't you understand? Their families were enemies.
But traipsing up a ladder, that ain't my idea of a real man.
Well, what would you do? Go in and kill her father? That would be nice.
No, I wouldn't have killed him, but I'd have had a showdown with him, man to man, and if he was too stubborn to call off that fool feud, I'd have grabbed Juliet right off that balcony and married her.
That was just what he was planning to do.
Yeah, I know, but he couldn't stop playing actor on that balcony. Wasted so much valuable time, he got them both killed.
What would you have done?
Well, I ain't no Romeo, but if I loved a gal and wanted her, I wouldn't fritter away the time on no rope ladder making up poetry.
Well, what would you do?
I'll show you. I'll just take her like this.
Let me go. Stop it. Stop. Oh.
There, that's what I'd do.
You're You're just as sure of yourself as ever, aren't you?
Molly, don't play act with me. We don't fool each other. We ain't on no balcony. Molly, don't you think the spring is the prettiest time of the year to be married?
I don't want to be married.
Oh, Molly.
Well, not yet, anyhow. I've got my school, and I'm just getting started, and...
Teaching school. That ain't no woman's job in life.
It's mine. Oh, I like you, and I admire you, but I'm not sure of myself yet. This country's so new and strange. I feel like an alien, an outsider. Oh, I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel that I'm, well, different.
Women are funny, Molly. I don't understand them.
Well, I'm glad you think you don't. What was that?
Sounds like a calf bawling. I better find out what the trouble is.
I'll go with you.
No, you better stay here. I'll be right back. Come on, boy. Hello, Steve.
Oh, hello. I didn't know you was coming up this end of the range.
Oh, I'm just kind of drifting around.
I just been putting a monogram in a couple of strays.
Yes, so I noticed. Steve, there's no use talking around things. You've been putting Travis's brand on somebody else's calf.
Well, what about it?
That's rustling, Steve.
Oh, what's a few calves, more or less, for a man that's got thousands? I'm sick of nurse-maiding somebody else's cows around for no more than enough to keep you on smoking tobacco.
Don't talk that away, Steve. You and I have done a lot of loco things together. But there's some things that ain't only loco, they're plumb wrong.
Now you take life too seriously.
This whole country's taking things more seriously. I ain't trying to lecture you or play Sunday school on what's right or wrong, but the ranchers around here are plumb sick of having their herds trimmed out, and there'll soon be posses out with ropes on their saddles.
Well, I'm carrying a nice limber one to make it easy for them, if they catch me.
You blamed hard-headed fool.
What are you going to do? Turn me in?
Nobody's talking about that. I reckon I couldn't be sore at you no matter what you did. But listen, Steve. You and I have been friends too long to find ourselves lined up on opposite sides in anything like this.
Oh, shucks. How do I know what I'm going to do? This country's getting too civilized, too solemn. Yeah, I got a notion I'll be moseying out to the gold fields or someplace.
No need you leaving, Steve. You know, you can stay on here as long as you want. Just so you don't do nothing crazy.
And if I do?
We ain't going to talk about that. Not till the time comes. Only I'm just hoping the time never does come.
Gary Cooper will be back in just a few moments to continue the story of the Virginian. But now, let's go to the airport in Burbank, out beyond the huge Warner Brothers studio. As the 5:30 plane takes off for New York, in the crowd are two girls. Let's listen.
Letter, all right, that he should drive way out from Hollywood just to send it off in the 5:30 plane.
Is it important? It's an airmail special delivery to Bill Butler.
Oh.
Anyway, I think it's fun to see planes off. A lot of other people do, too. Look at the crowd.
What? Well, they're not looking at the plane.
No.
Look at those mics and lights over there.
Oh.
They must be shooting a picture.
Yes. Isn't that Ann Southern?
Yes, it is Ann Southern. Oh, doesn't she look like a million?
Some snappy suit she's wearing.
Some snappy complexion, too. I wish I had one like it.
Ann Southern's complexion does look lovely. It will continue to look soft and smooth and clear because this youthful star protects it. She knows that enemy to good looks, cosmetic skin, comes when you're careless. Here's what this charming star says. Of course I use cosmetics, but I don't risk unattractive cosmetic skin. I use Lux toilet soap because then I know I'm safe. That's good advice for you. Lux toilet soap's lather is active. It removes every trace of dust and dirt, stale rouge and powder that might remain to choke the pores. It's when the pores are choked that tiny blemishes, a dull, lifeless look, enlarged pores tell you you're getting cosmetic skin. Remember, put Lux toilet soap on your shopping list. Buy for your complexion the same care 9 out of 10 screen stars use. Once again, Mr. DeMille.
We continue with The Virginian, starring Gary Cooper, with Charles Bickford as Trampas, Helen Mack as Molly Wood, and John Howard as Steve. Several weeks have passed since the Virginian warned Steve against rustling cattle, but the warning went unheeded. We find Steve now with Trampas and 2 other men engaged in running a herd. It's late at night, and they've made camp in a rugged hideaway deep in the hill country. Trampas, squatting beside the fire, gloats over their victory.
Not so bad, eh, boys? 300 head of cattle worth more than 75 apiece. Better than herding for a living, ain't it, Steve?
I'm still herding them cows. We've been running them hard all day long. This ain't no picnic at all.
You'll have your picnic, Steve, when we cash in on 'em. Hey, Pedro.
See?
Put another stick on the fire.
Yeah, wait a minute, Trampas. I'd let that fire be. It's big enough now. If anyone's following us, they'll see it sure as shooting.
What's eating you, Jim? Getting scared?
Well, ain't no use asking for trouble. Let the fire alone.
Hey, listen. When I want a fire, I'm going to have it. If there's anybody following us, there's 40 miles back, cooling their heels.
Yeah, hunting for cow tracks underwater.
Well, I'm going to dangle down the ravine, see how Greasy's getting along. Night herding them critters. Right back, Steve.
All right. Listen, what's that? Ain't you never heard cattle before, Jim? It sounded like they was being disturbed or something. Calm down, boy. You're all on edge.
Sure, everything is all right.
Yeah? Maybe. But I'll be glad when we get rid of them cows, I'll tell you that.
What if they do catch us? You can only die once.
Yeah, what's life anyway? A few winters waiting for spring, a few summers wishing they'd last, and then your little 6x3, 6 feet under the ground, that's all. Might as well be now as later. Well, that ain't the way I feel about it. I ain't itching to die just yet. Ah, come on, let's think of something cheerful.
Sure, we sing something to cheer you up.
Boy, Pedro, make it low and sweet.
Cuando sale de la baña, valga mi Dios.
Whoa, boy, whoa.
What's up, boss?
Look down there. That fire. It's them. It's the rustlers. Easy now. The cattle must be down in that ravine. Nebraska, take 3 men and round them up.
Sure.
Shorty, you skid around to the north and come up on the campfire from there. Take Honey and Baldy with you, but leave your horses here.
Oh, set, boss.
Judge, you stick with me.
Okay.
When I whistle, Shorty, you and your men close in.
Yeah. Won't they be surprised down there?
All right now. Spread out, everybody. And come in easy. We want to make sure we get them all on the first.
Ay, tu da mi amor, ay, que verte conmigo, Trinita, a donde vivo yo.
Atta boy, Pedro. I always liked that song. What was that? I told you they would.
Get their guns, boys.
Yeah, we got them, boss.
All right, now stay right where you are.
¿Cómo estamos? Why are you calling cards, boys?
Thanks for the ditty, Pedro. It was real entertaining. Hello, Steve.
Hello.
I was afraid I'd find you here.
Yeah?
I warned you, Steve.
Sure, it's all right.
Well, where's Trampas?
Trampas? Oh, well, he ain't here. Me and Pedro and Jim were hunting by ourselves this trip.
With 5 cups over there on the rock, you must have been drinking with a cup in each hand.
Hey, boss. Boss. Oh, here. Hey, we got the cattle all right, but whoever was tonight herding them ducked.
We'll get them later.
What do we do now, boss?
I say string them up.
Now, wait a minute. You got anything to say, Steve?
Oh, I guess not.
You're sure of that?
Yeah.
All right, boys. You know what to do.
Sure we do. Let's have your rope, Shorty. Now, there's a good tree right over there.
No, I don't want to die. I don't want to die,
Shut up.
But I tell you, I don't want to die.
Shut up, Jim. You got to take your medicine graceful. Well, come on, boys. I guess we're all set.
Ain't you riding in with us, boss? No. I'm staying here, Shorty. I got things to do and things to think about.
I know how you feel. About Steve, I mean.
He was my friend, Shorty.
I know. He sure went game, though. Not a whimper out of him.
He never even looked at me. Not once. He never said a word.
I reckon he wanted to, boss. You see, when he was getting things ready, Steve gave me his gun. He said to give it to you, boss.
To me?
Yeah. There's a note that goes with it. He wrote it while he was waiting.
Give it to me.
Here it is.
I can't see so good. Would you read it to me, Shorty?
Sure. It says, so long. I couldn't have spoke to you without playing the baby. Steve.
Steve.
Well, will you be riding in now, boss?
No, you go along. I'm heading over to Lost Valley.
What?
I got things to do. I got a hunch that Krampus went that way. I'm going after him.
Keep your head down, Greasy.
See?
We sun up soon. I ain't taking no chances of being spotted.
We gotta get away from here. They haven't paid well on Steve and Jim. We gotta get away, Krampus.
We'll make it all right. We gotta watch our steps. Now, take it easy. We'll stay here till dark, then we'll head south. After that...
Krampus.
What's the matter?
Krampus, look down there. Someone is coming.
Keep low. Ha-ha. Well, if that ain't the Virginian.
See, the Virginian. He's alone.
Yeah. Hand me that rifle.
Here.
Out all by himself, eh? Looking for me. Well, he's looking for the last time.
You hit him. He's down.
Come on, Greasy. I reckon we can start moving now.
Whoa! Hello, Nebraska. How's the Virginian?
Well, he's still unconscious, but the doc says he's out of danger. Did you bring the medicine?
Yeah, here it is. Say, you know the Virginian ought to be in a hospital. A schoolmom's house ain't no place for him. Well, what'd they fetch him here for anyway?
Well, they didn't fetch him. His horse brung him. Right over there to that door.
His horse? Funny, ain't it?
No, it ain't funny. Say, he's been hanging around here so much the horse thought it was home.
Shorty, did you bring the medicine?
I got it right here, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
No, you ought to get some shut-eye, ma'am. You look all wore out.
Oh, I'm all right. I'm not a bit tired. Anyway, there's too much to do.
You're sure taking good care of him, ma'am.
As long as he gets well. That's all that counts.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Nebraska, I meant to ask you. Have you seen Steve around?
Steve? Why, ma'am, Steve...
No, ma'am. We ain't seen Steve lately. You see, he don't work for the Box H no more.
Oh, I thought it was funny he hadn't come around. Well, if you see him, tell him his gun is here. The Virginian had it with him that night.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I sure will tell him. That is, if I runs across him.
Thank you. Excuse me, boys.
Say, don't she know Steve was...
I meant to warn you about that. She don't know a thing. Well, it might be better if we didn't say nothing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, she ain't used to things like that yet.
She knew Steve pretty well. She'd be pretty upset if she knew the Virginian had a hand in on it.
Well, how's the patient today?
Oh, I've been up and around, Judge, feeling fine.
Good boy. What's the doc say about you?
All fixed. He says I can get out now any time. Only Miss Molly, she's been taking such good care of me, I kind of hate to leave.
I can't say I blame you none. You know, there's been some talk lately down around the town as to how we all might be doing a little celebrating sometime this spring.
Celebrating what?
Oh, a wedding.
You mean me and Miss Molly?
How about it?
Well, I wouldn't go putting no bets up if I were you, Judge.
What's that?
Not if I was you.
You ain't getting married?
Oh, I didn't say that.
You said don't put up no bets.
Sure. You know, it don't look so good for a judge to go around gambling on a pretty sure thing.
I reckon it don't, son. Oh, morning, Miss Wood.
Good morning.
Just talking about you.
Will you?
Yeah, just this minute.
Judge Henry, I wonder if you'd mind leaving us for a while.
Why, no, ma'am. Certainly not. Just getting ready to leave anyhow.
Thank you.
Well, so long.
So long, Jed. See you soon.
Sure hope so. Morning, Miss Wood.
Well, Molly.
Why didn't you tell me?
What's that?
Why didn't you tell me? You knew I'd find out sooner or later.
I reckon you're talking about Steve.
I am.
Well, I thought you knew, Molly.
I didn't know. Not until this morning. Oh, it's horrible. Horrible.
It had to be, Molly.
You were there. Why didn't you stop it? You could have stopped it.
No, you see, I was leading the posse.
You?
Yes.
But Steve was your friend.
It didn't make much difference then.
Your friend. And you murdered him.
Murder?
What else can you call it?
Molly, don't talk like that. It was hard enough. Don't make it any worse. Somebody had to do it, and I was in charge. That's our kind of law.
Does your kind of law tell you to kill your friends?
It ain't a question of friends or enemies. It's a question of right or wrong. I did what I thought was right, Molly. It was right.
Do you think I'll teach my children to believe that? Do you think I'll help raise a new generation to approve of murder?
Where you come from, they have policemen and courts and jails. We ain't got that. So when we have to, we do things our own way.
I see it now. It's this life. It destroys every human feeling a person's got. It's destroyed you. It's made you cruel and ruthless and cold-blooded. Well, it won't destroy me. I won't let it. I'm leaving here just as soon as I can.
Leaving, Molly? You don't mean that.
I do mean it.
Then you're leaving me, too.
Yes, I'm leaving you, too. I'm leaving everything that's base and mean and ugly. Now, please get out and let me alone. Let me alone.
We pause for station identification. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System. It's the pride of California that it produces bigger things than any state in the Union. Hence, it was with consternation that California learned some 30 years ago that a baby had been born in Maine, weighing 16.5 pounds. His precocious muscles rivaled those of the mythical stone crusher, Paul Bunyan. There's a legend back in Maine that when his mother took the heavyweight infant for his first ride in a perambulator, the baby leaped from the carriage and, bowing gracefully, said, "Come on, Moore, you get in and let me push." That may be a tall story, but I can vouch for the fact that he was a United States Marine when only 14 years old, and 3 years later was a strong man in vaudeville. Today, California at last claims him, not only as physical director of Paramount Studios and a radio physical trainer, but as a singer and little theater actor as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Klein.
Well, thank you, Mr. DeMille. What would you like me to do? Sing, act, or give you a workout?
I've heard you sing, I've seen you act, and I've thrown myself on your mercies in the gymnasium. Tonight is my turn.
All right. I hope I can take it as well as you.
Dick, Gary Cooper tells me that you're responsible for that educated fist he swings in the Plainsman.
Gary's really one of the best boxers in Hollywood, along with George Raft, Sir Guy Standing, Jack Oakey, and, strangely enough, Ida Lupino. But I'm proudest of Gary. He's a real example of what regular exercise can do.
Well, many people still believe that the life of a picture star is a round of parties, anything but a round of boxing. One of the reasons I asked you here is to correct that impression.
Well, outside of farmers, none live a more regular, healthy life than film stars. It's a matter of necessity. If they didn't, they'd never be able to stand the strain. A well-balanced diet, plenty of sleep, and the proper exercises are absolutely necessary so they may give their best.
You might be a little more explicit.
Well, their taste in exercise varies. Carole Lombard and Claudette Colbert prefer tennis. Cary Grant and Randolph Scott go in for punching the bag. Bing Crosby and, incidentally, Mr. DeMille like the rowing machine. Gladys Swartout and Adolphe Monjou do lots of riding. And Marlena Dietrich and Mae West keep their famous figures by pedaling a stationary bicycle. I've been doing my darndest to get W.C. Fields inside of the gym, but he insists he gets all the exercise he needs juggling a half-dozen grapefruit every morning. My gymnasium, by the way, is one of the most historic buildings in Hollywood. It started out as a barn. Then in 1914, Mr. DeMille turned it into a studio. It was there that he made the first feature-length picture, The Squaw Man. Keeping fit has become so important in Hollywood that in the near future, every new player at Paramount will undergo a complete physical examination when signed. All of our executives will also be expected to report regularly. Take a tip from these famous people, ladies and gentlemen, and find time to exercise. I guarantee you'll be amazed at how much more work you'll be able to accomplish, how much better you'll feel. Do your exercising where you can step into a shower immediately after. And if you want to get the ultimate good from both exercise and shower, my advice is to use Lux Toilet Soap. I believe in physical culture of the skin as well as the rest of the body. It's part of my business to know what's best for a healthy skin. Lux never leaves the skin dry, as many soaps do. It has a pleasant aroma, and its cleansing qualities are distinctly superior. You can be pretty certain that when the stars go for something the way they do for Lux soap, it must be good. And thank you, Mr. DeMille, and so long.
Good night, Prodigy. And now, back to the Virginian, starring Gary Cooper with Charles Bickford, Helen Mack, and John Howard. Several days later, in the corral at the Box H Ranch, we find the Virginian saddling his horse. Strolling up to the gate comes Molly Wood. She stands for a moment watching him, then speaks timidly.
Good morning.
Molly. Good morning, ma'am.
May I come in?
It'll be a pleasure to have you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. You see, I didn't leave after all.
Yes, ma'am.
I changed my mind. I'm going to stay.
Are you?
Well, aren't you glad?
That all depends. You see, folks has to be made for this country. It's rough, and it's wild, and it takes a strong stomach to stand for some of the things that go on out here. If you can't stand it, it's best not to stay at all.
You think I'm a weakling, don't you?
No, ma'am. I just don't think you understand our side of it.
Perhaps not, but I've decided to try. I've been doing a lot of thinking since the other day. I've looked around me at people like Judge Henry and Shorty and Nebraska and their wives. People like that can't all be wrong. They're kind and good.
Yes, ma'am, they are. But they don't ever let themselves forget the reason they're here. They're building a new country, ma'am. It's a big job.
I know, and that's why I'm staying. I want to help.
Well, we sure need it, ma'am. Any help at all, and yours will be right welcome.
Thank you. And now will you forgive me for what I said to you?
Forgive you? Well, that's easy.
And will everything be just as it was between you and me?
That's up to you, Molly.
I want it to be.
I've been wanting it, too.
Oh, darling.
Hey, Joe.
Oh, hello, Krampus. Ain't seen you around here for months.
Yeah, I've been traveling. Set up around, Joe.
Sure.
Hey, Greasy, come and get it.
Hey.
Hey, Joe, town's getting mangy with cowhands. What's up, payday?
No, a wedding. The Virginian's getting hitched to the new schoolma'am.
The Virginian, huh?
You think he would marry her? I heard she saved his life.
Yeah, I do seem to recollect something about him being shot a while ago. Injuns, wasn't it?
Yeah. Somebody plugged him in the back.
You don't say. Too bad it didn't finish him for good. Come on, Greasy, drink up.
Here, talk,
Oh, boys.
Hey, when's the wedding, Miss Molly?
Yeah, when's the big event? Speak up, boss.
It ain't going to be till tomorrow, so you can stop pestering right now, you bunch of mangy mavericks.
Say, Miss Molly, do you mind if we borrow him for a spell?
Well, can I trust you?
Oh, we'll all be very good.
Pretty good.
Not too good.
Which is the honest man?
Not one of them.
Well, all right. I'll trust all of you. You can borrow him, but not for too long.
Well, that's fine.
Go on ahead, boys. I'll meet you in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, see you over at Joe's place, boys. Right, boys.
You don't mind me going with him, do you, honey?
Well, of course not. The boys have their rights to you just as much as I have.
I won't be long, anyhow. We'll have plenty of time alone where we're going. We'll travel west till we find just the place we want to make our home.
I hope you'll never be sorry.
I hope I'll always be able to make you happy. And to keep you happy. That's going to be my main aim in life.
Oh, I love you. Well, you better run along now. The boys are waiting for you.
Yeah, come on.
Take it easy, boys. I got to get married tomorrow. Set him up, Joe. Sure.
Say, there's a friend of yours in town.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fellow named Krampus.
Krampus? Did he mention he was a friend of mine?
He said plenty about you. All lit up and talking big. Said he'd drop in again in case there's any interest to you.
Well, it ain't.
I think he's looking for trouble myself.
Wouldn't it be just too bad if he found it?
Say, boss, we'll take this thing off your hands if you want. Yes, and save you the trouble. Just say the word.
Any or all of it.
No, thanks, boys. This is a matter between us two. I'm only hoping he don't drift around.
Yeah, but a fella don't get married every day.
That's just it.
You've got to think of her.
Who else am I thinking of?
Come on, boys. Step right up and name it.
There he is, boss. Coming in the door.
Well, look who's here. Joe, your place getting sort of crummy, ain't it? None of use letting mangy foreman hang around.
Shut up, Krampus.
Easy, Shorty. It's all right.
Let him up, Joe. Sure. You know, Greasy, it seems to me I heard of a fellow around here who got shot in the back. Well, so far as I know, the only way that can happen to a fellow is when he's running away.
Gee, running away. Let me handle this, will you, boss?
No. I don't want no trouble, Nebraska.
I'm sick of this palavering around. Listen here, you.
You speaking to me, Trampus?
Yes, you. You've been spreading a lot of talk around about my dealing in cattle. I'm having a showdown with you here and now.
Trampus, I'm trying not to have any trouble with you just now.
Yeah, you've been dodging it for 5 years. You've been talking plenty trouble to keep out of my way. But I got you corralled now, and I'm calling your hand.
All right, what have you got?
I've got the belief you're a lying, white-livered skunk. This country ain't big enough to hold the two of us. And I'm giving you till sundown to get out of town.
It's too bad you had to say that, Trampus.
Get out. Get out by sundown, or I'll shoot you on sight. Come on, Greasy, let's get out of here.
Boys, I'd like you to oblige me in this by not interfering.
Sure, we understand.
Sundown.
Well, it's less than a half an hour now. You're going to tell Miss Molly?
Not till it's over. She wouldn't understand about this. She's raised different.
Well, we won't say nothing, boss.
I got Steve's gun over at the hotel. I reckon that'd be the one to use. I'll go over now and fetch it. Come in.
Oh, here you are.
Sure, Molly.
Oh, it's been so terrible waiting for you.
You heard about Trampus being in town?
Everyone's talking about it. They say you've got to leave by sundown. I wanted to run out and find you, but I didn't. I waited quietly in my room.
I'm sorry you had to be worried, Molly.
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters except that you're here. Let's don't think about it. What shall we do now?
Now? Nothing now. It ain't quite sundown yet.
What?
I know it's a heap worse for you. I wish you didn't have to wait alone. But it won't be for long.
Why, what do you mean?
I did my best. I let him say things to me no man ever said before. If I hadn't been thinking hard of you, I reckon I'd have killed him then. I gave him a chance to quit, but he'd gone too far. It'll have to go on now.
What are you going to do?
I'm not going to let him shoot me.
But we can go away. It's not too late. You can go away and leave him here.
I've got to stay.
Oh, no, there must be something else. There must be. Well, I think what it means, killing in cold blood.
You don't think I want to do this?
Oh, I tried to forgive the other killing, those cattle thieves and Steve. I forced myself to think of it as you did, law and order. But this isn't the same. You don't have to do this.
If folks came to think me a coward, I couldn't look them in the eye ever again, or you either.
Well, that's just pride.
I don't know what you call it, but it's something in the feelings of a man deep down inside. Something a man can't go back on. If anybody happened to say I was a thief, I couldn't let him go on saying it. It wouldn't matter what other people thought. But I'd have to know inside of me that I thought enough of my own honesty to fight for it.
And it's to be like this always. When will it ever end?
There'll always be killing to do until this country ain't a meeting place for men like Trampas.
Then think of us. Our life together.
That's what I am thinking of.
Your life has always been your own. But now it isn't. You've given it to me. Don't take it away.
I can't think of that now.
If you do this, there'll be no tomorrow for you and me.
I'm sorry, Molly. It's got to be done.
Oh, no, don't go. Come back. Please come back. You can't leave me like this. You can't leave me.
Hello, boss.
Hello, Shorty.
And it's sundown.
Yeah?
I just seen Trampas. He's in Joe's place.
Yeah? I guess I'll take a walk down that way.
Listen, boss. Stay on the sidewalk. You don't want to be stepping in one of them mud holes when you're taking aim.
I'll be all right.
I'll walk with you a piece. That is, if you don't mind.
Of course not. Come on.
Watch out for the loose boards, boss. This walk is full of them.
I'll watch it.
You feel all right?
Fine.
We're all with you, boss.
I know it.
There he is. Just coming out the door. He sees you, boss.
Yeah. I'll go on from here alone, Shorty.
Sure, boss, and lots of luck.
Thanks.
It's sundown, Virginian.
I know it, Trampas.
I warned you.
Well, I'm waiting.
You won't have long.
Bossy, all right?
You never touched me, Shorty.
Oh, you got him, boss. He's deader than a cold mackerel.
Yeah, I reckon he is.
Where is he? Where is he? Oh, let me through. Please let me through.
Miss Molly.
Molly.
Oh, you're safe. Oh, thank God it wasn't you. Thank God.
It's all right, Molly. No need to cry.
Don't ever leave me. Ever again.
But what you said before about there not being any tomorrow, don't that count?
Nothing counts, except that I love you. Promise me you'll never leave me. Promise.
Sure, I promise. But I still don't understand women, Molly.
We take our leave of the Virginian, but not of Gary Cooper and Helen Mack, who come back to the microphone a little later. Activities of the motion picture world draw more newspaper men to Hollywood than national affairs draw to Washington. Outstanding among them is Sidney Skolsky, whose column Hollywood appears daily in the New York News and in many other papers here and abroad. Formerly author of the column Tintype in the New York Sun and Behind the News in the Daily News, Sid has also been press agent for such dispensers of beauty as Sam Harris, Earl Carroll, and George White. He would probably be offended if I said he is the best-liked film reporter. Sid is a member of that resolute minority who believe in hewing to the line of news and letting the quips fall where they may. Ladies and gentlemen, Sidney Skolsky.
When you call me that, partner, smile.
Well, how are you, Skolsky?
I've got myself exactly where you want me.
You'll never get there, Skolsky.
I mean, I'm as nervous here as I make you when I visit your movie set.
Well, you look like one of my pictures. 4 frightened people. All 4 of them.
I sound like a straight man, and when a columnist goes straight, that's something.
That'll be enough, Skolsky. Get on with your Hollywood wash.
Pretty subtle. Nobody'd ever think you were talking about Lux.
Can you do better?
Well, I don't use publicity blurbs in my column, and I don't intend to start with this program. But I can truthfully say I've seen Lux soap in homes of movie stars that I've visited. And I don't believe actresses keep Lux around for the same reason they keep emeralds.
Well, now that you're here, make the worst of it.
Don't worry, I will. Hollywood is a place where Kay Francis now keeps her diary in shorthand. where Gloria Swanson has 8 photographs in her bedroom of Gloria Swanson. It is a town where you need an umbrella to walk through a mist. It is a town where Hugh Herbert, leaving a party, said to the hostess, "I had a lovely evening, but this wasn't it." Where Francis X. Bushman, who was once the Clark Gable and Robert Taylor of his day, now owns a hamburger stand opposite the 20th Century Fox studio and is still serving his public. But don't get me wrong, I love Hollywood. Hollywood is a place where Victor McLaughlin, playing a scene for his picture, The Magnificent Brute, was told to run up a flight of stairs and then fall when the villain fired the first shot from his gun. McLaughlin failed to do this, and when asked why by the director, Victor answered, "I'm McLaughlin. It takes more than one shot to get me." It is a town where Simone doesn't pull down the shades in her apartment, and rents have gone up in that neighborhood. But don't get me wrong, I love Hollywood. Hollywood is a place where Douglas Fairbanks has his name written on the bands of the cigars he gives you. It's a town where you can drive into a drive-in stand and bring home a cake of ice wrapped in cellophane. Where the first thing Robert Taylor had to do to be a picture star was to pluck his eyebrows. Where at the preview of the picture Pigskin Trade, they had a scene showing girls going to Yale. But don't get me wrong, I love Hollywood. Hollywood is a place where Ginger Rogers, for a wild evening, goes bowling with James Stewart on Wilshire Boulevard. Where John Barrymore gives a great performance, ordering a cup of coffee in the Brown Derby. It is a town where Director Van Dyke, making the flicker Eskimo, took artificial snow to the Arctic. Where Gene Harlow wears a mink coat, and with nothing underneath it but a pair of silk pajamas. Where Gene Fowler now signs his letters, Gene Fowler, author of Jack London's White Fang. But don't get me wrong, I love Hollywood. Hollywood is a place where Charlie Chaplin keeps a huge dictionary in his bathroom. Where Garbo and Rex O'Malley, doing a dance in Camille, fell to the floor. O'Malley helped Garbo up and, rather embarrassed, said to Greta, "Oh dear, how could I have tripped over your tiny little feet?" It is a town where Joseph von Sternberg raised a beard, and when asked why, answered, "I'm tired of looking at my face, and I'm not the only one." But don't get me wrong, I love Hollywood. Hollywood is a place where Carol Lombard can be seen reading a story in a fan magazine titled Clark Gable's Romantic Flight. It is a town where Irving Berlin, at a party, asked what song the fellow at the piano was playing, only to be told it was Alexander's Ragtime Band. Where Ted Healy asked the Stooges, Jimmy Brewster, "Who do you think will get in, Roosevelt or Landon?" And Brewster answered, "What's the matter with the guy we got in there now?" But don't get me wrong, I love Hollywood, and always will as long as the supply such good copy. Good night, thank you.
Good night, Sid. We bring back the Virginian, Gary Cooper, and the schoolma'am, Helen Mack.
Thank you, Mr. DeMille. The only thing I missed tonight was seeing Gary ride a horse as he does when he really gets out in the open.
Well, riding's something extra special, Helen. Back home in Montana, we learn to ride 'em most when we're kids. When most kids, rather, are pushing a kiddie car. I guess I cut my first teeth on saddle leather.
Is that why you picked Gary for the part of Wild Bill Hickok in the Plainsman, Mr. DeMille?
Well, partly, Helen. Actually, he's a perfect portrait of Hickok in look, size, and manner. Then there's a similarity between the Virginian and Wild Bill. The Virginian is the ideal American character in romance, short on speech and long on action. And Wild Bill Hickok is the ideal American character in fact. Hickok was not a bad man. He was a patriot.
Well, then how did he get such a reputation as a killer?
Well, he's supposed to have killed between 60 and 100 men, not counting Indians.
Well, nobody counted Indians in those days.
Oh, they were just used for practice.
Probably. The fact is, Hickok killed only in defense of law and order, and as he said himself back in the 1870s, there's no Sunday west of Junction City, no law west of Hayes City, and no God west of Carson City.
It was to change all this, to bring respect of law to the west, that Hickok devoted his life, finally losing it when shot by Jack McCall, who killed him for the strangest reason ever heard, because he admired him so much.
I guess it's because all this is true that I got such a kick out of making the picture. It was real.
Including the danger. In riding between two horses to escape an Indian ambush, I think you did something many stars would have avoided. However, that was in the script. What wasn't in the script was your stopping the 6 horses that stampeded across the prairie, running away with the stagecoach.
Well, after all, I had to stop them. The one they were running away with was me.
Well, while you were running away with the picture, I hope we'll soon have another picture for you to steal.
When Gary steals a picture or a broadcast, it's really grand, wasn't it?
Oh, Helen.
As far as I'm concerned, I wish this program could go on for another 60 minutes.
Anything after your performance tonight, Helen, would be an anticlimax.
Then all I can add is that when it comes to radio programs and soap, give me Lux every time. They're both tops.
I'll vote the same ticket and include you, Helen.
Thanks, Gary. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, Helen. Good night, Plainsman. Of the thousands of stories that relate the adventures of a modern Robin Hood, none has won such enduring popularity as Alias Jimmy Valentine, which comes to us next Monday night with Pat O'Brien in the title role. With Pat are three other Hollywood stars, Madge Evans, Alan Jenkins, and William Frawley. Our sponsors, the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, join me in inviting you to be with us again next Monday night when the Lux Radio Theater stars Pat O'Brien and Alias Jimmy Valentine with Madge Evans and an all-star cast. This is Cecil B. DeMille saying good night to you from Hollywood.
Your announcing has been Melville Lewis. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Hollywood, California, Monday, December 14th. The Lux Radio Theater presents Jean Harlow and Robert Taylor in Madame Saint-Jean with Claude Rains and C. Henry Gordon. Lux presents Hollywood. Our stars, Jean Harlow, Robert Taylor, Claude Rains, and C. Henry Gordon. Our guests, Jerome Napoleon Bonaparte and William Councilman, screenwriter and creator of Ella Cinders. Our producer, Cecil B. DeMille. Our conductor, Louis Silvers. To you who crowd our theater on Hollywood Boulevard tonight, and to you unseen millions the nation over, welcome to the Lux Radio Theater. Now for a do and a don't. Use all the cosmetic and rouge you wish, but don't run the risk of getting cosmetic skin with its tiny blemishes, enlarging pores, and dull complexion. Protect your skin the way 9 out of 10 screen stars do with Lux Toilet Soap, whose active lather cleanses the pores thoroughly and leaves your skin healthily clean, smooth, and lovely. I now turn you over to the producer of the Lux Radio Theater. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. To preface tonight's play, as it would be prefaced on the screen, I should smack my lips, glance at the audience, and roar like the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer lion. For we're presenting two of MGM's brightest stars, Jean Harlow and Robert Taylor. I've been hearing about Jean ever since she was a child. My daughter Cecilia used to come home from school and tell me that this little blue-eyed blonde was making so many conquests there weren't enough boys left to go round. At 17, Jean was offered a contract by the Harlow Studios, but the shock of seeing her on the screen was too much for her grandfather. His telephone call from Kansas City resulted in her promise to stop acting. For 8 months, Jean kept her word. Then Grandpop relented, and she went into the lead of Hell's Angels. She has since become quite a figure in the industry. Of Robert Taylor's storybook rise, I told you a few weeks ago when he appeared here in Saturday's Children. Like Lord Byron, he awoke one day to find himself famous. He's just completed his role opposite Greta Garbo in Camille. Tonight, he becomes Count de Neipperg and Miss Harlow, Madame Saint-Jean, the French words for Mrs. Devil-May-Care. Claude Rains, who started his stage career as a callboy, carpenter, property man, and manager at His Majesty's Theatre, London, will be Napoleon, a character he recently portrayed in Hearts Divided. Starred in The Invisible Man, the first picture he made in Hollywood, Mr. Raines is the only actor who ever appeared in a film without being seen in it. As Fouché, Napoleon's aide, we have C. Henry Gordon, one of the screen's most delightful menaces. Our play is by Victorian Sardou. And nothing remains but to ring up the curtain. Lights, music. The Lux Radio Theater presents Jean Harlow and Robert Taylor in Madame Saint-Jean with Claude Rains and C. Henry Gordon. August 10th, 1792. France is rocked by revolution. In the city of Paris, a rabble mob sweeps onto the Tuileries, thirsting for revenge, intent on the slaughter of their king and queen. Ragged, bearded patriots, eyes hot with the lust of battle, swarm madly in the Rue Saint-Nicaise, their pikes raised high in the air, their voices lifted in a hoarse hymn of hate. Through the crowd comes a young girl, her clothing in shreds, a laundry basket on her arm. She fights past the men, pushing her way toward the end of the street.
Where are you going?
None of your business.
Come back here.
Let me alone.
You want to be pushed full of holes?
I'm going to the Rue de Chartres, and you're not going to stop me.
There's fighting down there. You'll get your skull cracked.
Well, it's my skull.
What have you got in that basket? Food?
No, it's not food. It's laundry. There's a nobleman who lives there, and I hear he's going to skip. Well, he owes me for 3 weeks' wash counting this one, and he's not going to skip without paying.
A revolution going on, and all she thinks about is a laundry business.
Oh, shut your mouth.
I know her. Her name is Madame Saint-Jean. Madame Devil May Care, huh? Well, Madame Devil May Care, you're a brave little girl. And patriotic, too. Come here and give me a kiss.
Take your dirty hands off me.
What? No kiss for an honest patriot?
You may be a patriot, but you smell of garlic. Sergeant Lefebvre is my man, and if I tell him what you've done, he'll bash your nose.
You tell Sergeant Lefebvre we wouldn't let you cross the Rue de Chartres. And if he values your pretty neck, he'll give us a reward.
Go on now. Back to your laundry.
Let me go.
Go on.
I'll tell Lefebvre. He'll fix it. Stop it. Meddling fools, interfering with a lady's business. Wait till Who's there? Come out from behind that wash tub. I know you're there.
Good evening, Catherine.
Oh, it's you, Fouché.
Yes,
What are you doing here?
Nothing very much.
You were hiding, weren't you?
No. I was just resting.
Well, why aren't you out there with the rest of the men where you belong? Ha! You call yourself a patriot. Haven't you got any blood in your veins?
None to spare, and I don't see why I should waste it.
You're afraid.
Now, each to his own trade, my dear. Some men are sent into the world to fight and some to organize. Now, I am an organizer.
You won't get much organizing done behind a wash tub.
Well, that's where you're wrong. Sitting there a while ago, listening to the cannons in the distance, I thought of an excellent plan of action once the Tuileries in our hands.
I suppose you think they'll make you an official or something.
Well, why not? I should make a very good minister.
Well, it won't be Minister of War.
Oh, even that. When the war is over.
You've got about as much chance of being a minister as I have of being a duchess.
I can scarcely imagine you in that character, my dear.
Neither can I. Hey, pour some water in that tub, will you?
Yeah, certainly. Well, besides, they're going to do away with duchesses. Yeah, but they will always need organizers.
Well, when you're a minister, I hope you won't forget that little washing bill you owe me.
Oh, for shame, my dear. Asking favors already. How is it that you're so hard on me when you're so obliging to others?
What others?
Well, that young artillery officer. What's his name? Bonaparte. I'm sure you never press him for money.
You know a lot, don't you?
I merely observe things.
Well, Napoleon Bonaparte can have all the credit he wants. He's a soldier and a defender of his country.
Napoleon. What an outlandish name.
It's Corsican, and so is he.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Listen, the fighting's coming closer.
Yes, so it is.
How long have you been here?
An hour, perhaps more.
Did Lefebvre come by?
No.
Well, he might be with that mob, but you better get out.
Well, I can't leave now.
All right, then. Say, if you don't mind having your neck twisted.
What?
Oh, he's very jealous, my Lefebvre.
Oh, not of me.
He's crazy enough to be. Of course, if you want to stay, it's up to you.
Well, I believe I'd have time to get to my rooms. Good night, Catherine.
Who's there?
Let me in.
What are you...
Put down that bar. Put it down.
What?
Put down that bar. Thank you.
What do you mean by pushing in here as if you owned the place?
I'm sorry, but I've been wounded. I had to get out of the streets.
What's your name?
Does it matter?
Well, it does to me. You're not a Frenchman, are you?
No, Austrian.
Austrian?
For the love of heaven, don't scream.
I'll scream if I want to. Where did you come from?
The Tuileries. I escaped.
A royalist.
Yes, a royalist who has done his duty defending the Queen.
Am I supposed to help you for that?
The Queen is Austrian, too. She's my countrywoman.
If they find you here, they'll rip you to pieces.
Here or anywhere else. I'm throwing myself on your mercy.
All right. Now, what's your name?
Count de Nyberg.
The Count de Nyberg.
Yes. Why do you stare at me?
I haven't seen many noblemen up close.
We're no different from anyone else.
Oh, I guess you're not. There. Now let me see it. Mm-hmm.
They did a good job, didn't they?
Only fair. You're still alive. I'll get something to bandage it with.
You'd rather see me dead, I suppose.
I'd rather I never saw you at all. If Lefebvre knew I'd helped a royalist, he'd throttle me.
Lefebvre?
Oh, you don't know him.
No, of course not.
Let me know if I hurt you. He wants to marry me.
You're very much in love, I suppose.
He is. Hold your arm up and keep it there.
You haven't told me your name yet.
My name?
Well, I'd like to know to whom I'm indebted for all this.
Well, my name's Catherine, but they call me Madame Saint-Jean.
Saint-Jean? Oh, yes. Devil may care.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it suits you.
Yes. What makes you think so?
You'd never be doing this for me if you weren't devil may care. Harboring a royalist is a capital offense among patriots, isn't it?
You mean they'd kill me?
Wouldn't they?
Will you keep your arm up?
I'm sorry.
You're a funny person. You force your way in here whether I like it or not, and then you worry about what might happen to me if they catch you.
Well, I'm not going to stay. I wasn't thinking much about anything when I broke in here. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
If you've finished with my arm, I'll leave now.
No, stay where you are. I'll get you some other clothes. They'd spot you in a minute with that fancy brocaded coat.
Just as you spotted me?
I knew you weren't French. But I guess somehow I knew you weren't like the rest of the mob. You're a gentleman.
You talk like a royalist sympathizer.
Well, I'm not. But that doesn't mean I can't sympathize with one of you.
Thank you.
Well, we'd all have been nobles if we could have been. Even though right now I'm glad I'm not.
You should be.
Well, I guess you can go now, Count de Nyberg.
I don't know how I can thank you for this.
Don't try.
And if I get out safely and if there's anything I can ever do for you, you'll let me know, won't you?
I guess I won't need much help.
I don't believe you will. Who's that?
Oh, Arthur!
It's Lefebvre. Quick, get into the bedroom.
Yes, but...
Don't stop to talk. Go in there.
Oh, open the door.
Now, don't come out until I tell you. You understand?
Yes, very well.
Open up, Catherine. It's Lefebvre.
I'm coming. Don't be in such a rush.
Man, it's about time.
Oh, come on in.
Where the devil were you, up in the garret?
I don't open doors at night until I find out who's there.
Oh. A good rule. Well, don't we get a kiss?
If you want.
If you want. There's a nice greeting for a victorious patriot.
Victorious?
They've taken the Tuileries by storm. Listen to them. It's a night to be remembered, girl.
The king and queen.
The temple under lock and key. They won't be for long if that mob has anything to say about it. Bring me some wine. We'll drink a toast to Madame Guillotine. Hey, Catherine.
Yes?
What's the matter with you? Why are you so quiet?
Did you say you wanted wine?
Come here. You're in a funny mood tonight. I came here expecting to be greeted with open arms.
You expected too much. I'll get the glasses.
I can wait.
What are you looking at?
Nothing. Someone came here tonight?
Yes.
Who?
Your friend Fouché. You're not jealous, are you?
Anybody else?
No.
Sure?
Of course I'm sure. Why do you ask?
No reason. Except that I can't imagine Fouché wearing a brocaded coat. It's hardly Fouché's style, is it?
Put down that coat and get out of here.
I'll have a look around first.
Get away from that door.
Oh, so that's where he is. Thank you.
Get away or I'll burn you with this iron.
Put it down.
I mean it.
Yes, you do, don't you? Now I understand why you've been putting me off for so long.
Oh, don't be a fool.
I won't be any longer. I'm going into that room.
You go in there when you're my husband and not before. And if you ever want to be my husband, you better get out of here.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm sick of your jealous fits. Sick of your raving every time I happen to look at another man. There's nothing wrong here tonight, not a thing.
And why not let me see for myself?
Because you've got to learn to trust me. And you've got to learn now. I warn you, if you open that door half an inch, I'll never see you again.
And if I don't open the door?
I've already told you.
All right, I'll get out. But don't forget, we're going to be married soon. Then in Egypt, now the Austrians and the Ringo.
I tell you, Bonaparte can't lose.
He'll be emperor next.
War. When is the man ever going to stop?
Never, probably. But why worry? You haven't done so badly, Catherine. The wife of General Lefebvre.
Huh.
It's a far cry from washing dirty linen.
Oh, stop putting on airs. You've just been lucky.
Lucky? I intend to be luckier. Wait till Napoleon is through with the Austrians.
You have a list of the wounded, Sergeant?
And the dead, monsieur.
Austerlitz will be a costly victory. Any officers killed?
12, monsieur. One of them, a general.
Who is it?
General Lefebvre, monsieur. He died at the hospital tent an hour ago.
Madame Lefebvre?
Yes?
A gentleman to see you, madame.
Tell him to come in.
Will you come in, please, monsieur?
Thank you. Good afternoon, Madame Lefebvre.
Touché, I'm glad to see you. Sit down.
Thank you. It's been a long time since I've met you.
It's been ages. I hear you've grown up in the world, Fouché.
Oh, yes. His Majesty the Emperor has seen fit to bestow certain honors upon me.
Don't be so pompous. What brought you here?
I have a bit of news for you.
I'll bet it's bad news if you're bringing it.
Now, first, may I offer my sincere regrets on the passing of your husband?
You're a little late, Fouché. My husband died at Austerlitz.
Yes, I'm aware of that. And so was His Majesty when he made your husband the Duke of Danzig.
What?
Yes, the Duke of Danzig. His Majesty conferred the honor on the field of battle.
So that's your news. Well, what of it?
Oh, don't you realize what that means? You're the Duchess of Danzig. You have a title.
And what am I supposed to do with it?
Oh, my dear girl, what does anyone do with a title?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, you go to court, you attend His Majesty.
He seems to have enough attendance now. Who's at the court, Fouché? I'm not up on those things.
Oh, among others, they're the Duke of Rovigo, Carnouville, the Queen Caroline of Naples, the Count of Nypurg. What?
Nothing. Go on. Count de Nypurg, who else?
Well, does it make any difference? There are many hundreds of them.
It's funny, Fouché. Remember a long time ago, I said you had about as much chance of being a minister of state as I had of being a duchess.
Oh, I'll be a minister yet.
But I'm a duchess already. Tell me, do I meet all those people at the court?
Certainly.
On the same footing?
Practically. You'll be the social equal of any person there.
Even of a count?
What count?
Oh, any count.
Well, I should say, yes.
All right, then I'll go. It might be fun after all.
We will continue presently, starring Jean Harlow and Robert Taylor in Madame Saint-Jean. But now, let's drop into Musso's Beverly Hill Restaurant on Wilshire Boulevard, around the corner from the famous Carthay Circle Theater. It's 6 o'clock. Dinner guests are beginning to fill the tables. In a corner, a fortune teller talks earnestly to two young girls.
And the cards say, you will have a great change this year. What do you want? Husband? It will come true. You will have great romance. Oh, but very great. The King of Hearts. See?
Well, you're encouraging.
Is 50 cents right?
Yes. Thank you. Good evening and good luck.
You needn't be so uppity, Adele. After all, she was doing her best.
Well, personally, I'm sick and tired of hearing about romances and wishes coming true. She might as well have predicted I'd be a second Joan Blondell.
Say, Adele, you look a little like Joan at that. And Joan Blondell just had a big romance. Listen, Adele, would you get mad if I told you something?
No. Why should I?
Listen, I'm no fortune teller, and I'm not trying to say you'd be a second Blondell. But doesn't it make sense to you if... Well, darn it, Adele, why don't you do something about your complexion?
It's in the cards that if you have a lovely complexion, you're bound to win. So don't take chances with cosmetic skin, dullness, tiny blemishes, enlarging pores. Joan Blondell never takes such chances. This beautiful star is a Lux toilet soap user. She knows the active lather of Lux toilet soap guards against cosmetic skin because it removes dust, dirt, stale rouge, and powder thoroughly so they can't choke the pores. Use powder and rouge all you like, but remove them with Lux toilet soap. Remember, 9 out of 10 screen stars use this soap. Joan Blondell says, I'm delighted with the way Lux toilet soap keeps my skin so smooth. And you know, clear, smooth skin means success, romance. And now, Mr. DeMille.
We continue with Madame Saint-Jean, starring Jean Harlow and Robert Taylor, with Claude Rains and C. Henry Gordon. Another year has passed. For Madame Saint-Jean, now the Duchess of Danzig, life at the court has been half enjoyment, half boredom. Weary of its petty snobbery, she has made up for it by a more than friendly interest in the Count de Neipperg. She is still the same person, however, unassuming and charmingly direct, perhaps a bit too direct for the ladies of the court. As she enters the glittering ballroom at the palace, Napoleon's two sisters, Caroline and Eliza, are especially malicious.
There she is now, coming in the door, Your Highness.
What a horrible dress.
Fantastic. She seems, as usual, to be having a little difficulty with the train.
Almost as much as she has with her speech. Have you ever heard some of the expressions she uses?
Yes. The men seem to enjoy it. Look at them, flocking to her.
I don't see the Count de Neipperg. Isn't he usually dancing attendance upon her?
My dear, don't be absurd. Count de Neipperg is amused by her, not in love with her. It's a wonder she doesn't come to you at once, Your Highness. She must know tonight's ball is in your honor.
I expect little courtesy from a washerwoman. I'd like to tell her that sometime to her face.
She's coming over.
I'm honored.
Your Highness? Oh, my dear Catherine, we're delighted to see you.
I hope Your Highness will pardon me for being so awfully late. But I had a terrible job getting into this dress. It's a little tight around the stave.
Oh, my dear.
How quaint. Quaint?
Yes. We've noticed, Duchess. You have a very original manner of expressing yourself. So, picturesque.
Are you making fun of me, Madame Sabre? If you are, you can save yourself the trouble. That's the way I have always spoken, and it's the way I always will speak.
Really? If you'll forgive my saying so, your expressions seem to have been borrowed from the lower classes.
Not borrowed, brought. I'm from the lower classes myself.
I shouldn't boast of it, my dear.
I'm not, but I'm not ashamed of it either.
Just what were you before you became a duchess, Catherine?
I think you know that, but I don't mind telling you again. I was a washerwoman.
Really? Washerwoman? I should think you'd rather keep that quiet, my dear.
Your Highness, there aren't any stupid trades. Only stupid people.
You forget yourself.
I had a trade, and I'm proud of that. And let me tell you, I'm in good company here. Monsieur Dupré used to sell oil. Bessier was a wig maker, Brune a printer. And your own husband, Your Highness, who is now the King of Naples, was once a servant in his father's wine shop.
Be quiet.
And some people here who now call him Your Majesty used to shout at him, "Hey, waiter, bring me some soup."
Oh, I think you have said enough. The Emperor shall hear of this.
Oh, I'm sure he will. Good evening, Your Highness.
Catherine, whatever have you done?
Hello, Fouché.
You realize you've insulted the Emperor's sister?
She's had it coming to her for a year. If she'd stayed a little longer, I had a lot more to say.
You may pay dearly for it.
The Emperor's in a nasty mood tonight.
What about?
Well, heaven only knows.
If heaven knows, so do you. Now, what is it?
There's something about the Empress. A little jealousy, I think.
Is that all? He'll get over it.
You take other people's love affairs very lightly, my dear.
Well, I happen to know something about jealousy. I married Lefebvre.
Yes, of course. And jealousy is very stupid.
Doesn't get you anything in the end.
Yes, quite right. Oh, by the way, how is the Count in Nyberg?
I haven't seen him for a week.
Oh, really? Oh, then it wasn't you who was driving with him in the park last Wednesday.
In the park? Was he in the park?
Yes, with a woman. They passed
What
me.
did she look like?
I really couldn't say. She was very heavily veiled. However...
Will you order my carriage?
What?
My carriage. I'm going home.
My dear Catherine, what has happened to your philosophy of jealousy?
If you think that I'm in love with Nyberg...
Well, aren't you?
Oh, Fouché, you're a nosy, meddling old fool. Get out of my way.
Majesty, the Emperor.
Good evening, Your Majesty.
Good evening, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Good evening, sire.
Good evening. Did you receive my message, Fouché?
No, sire.
I asked you to report to the West Wing as soon as you arrived.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but...
Never mind. Go there and wait for me. There's something I want to speak to you about. Go now.
Yes, Your Majesty. At once.
Your Majesty, the Duke of Chantier asked if he might see you in private.
Tell him I'm busy.
Yes, Your Majesty. And your sister, the Queen of Naples...
Tell her I'm busy. I'm going to the West Room. Cancel all appointments and see that I'm not disturbed.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Sit down, Fouché.
Thank you, sire.
Now, Fouché, how well are you acquainted with the palace guards? Do you know 8 or 10 who can be trusted to keep their mouths shut?
Why, I believe so, sire.
Good. Find them and tell them to report to Roussin. I'm putting a special guard around the Empress' apartment tonight. And I want men, not fools.
A special guard around Her Majesty's apartment? May I ask why, sire?
Are you pretending that you don't know?
Oh, Your Majesty,
I have reason to suspect, Fouché, that someone will try to gain admittance to the Empress' chambers late tonight. A scandal must be avoided at all costs.
Oh, Your Majesty, you surely don't imagine why it's incredible. You must be mistaken, sire.
You're paid to follow orders, Fouché, not to question them.
Very good, Your Majesty.
One moment.
Yes, sir.
There's a woman here tonight, the Duchess of Danzig. Do you know her?
Very well, Your Majesty.
My sister tells me this woman has insulted her publicly. I wish to see her at once.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but the Duchess of Danzig has already left the palace.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure, Your Majesty. She asked me to order her carriage. She must be on her way by now.
Well, I'll see her in the morning. Leave word that she's to be here at 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Your Grace?
Well, what is it?
The Count de Nyberg is here, Your Grace.
The Count de Nyberg. Where is
In the
he?
drawing room. I told him you were at the palace.
Oh, never mind now.
Yes, Your Grace.
Good evening, Louis.
Catherine, I've been waiting for you.
You knew I was at the palace. If you wanted to see me...
Well, I wanted to speak to you alone.
Oh, sit down, Louis.
There isn't much time, Catherine. I may have waited too long now. But I couldn't leave without...
Leave where? What are you saying?
I'm trying to say goodbye, Catherine. I'm leaving France tonight.
You mean for good?
Yes.
Why?
This afternoon, the Duke of Rovigo handed me the Emperor's orders to leave before nightfall.
Leave?
Yes, to cross the frontier by the shortest route and never come back.
But what have you done? He can't send you away for nothing.
My motto covers all crimes, Catherine. I've been faithful.
But
Faithful to my name and to Austria. You see, I was a friend of the Duc d'Angoulême. Napoleon never forgave that. When the date was fixed for his marriage to Marie-Louise, a list of officers was submitted to his inspection. Officers who were to conduct Her Majesty from Austria into France. With one stroke of the pen, he scratched my name from the list. He hates me.
And that's why he's sending you away?
No. No, he's a little too clever for that. He's discovered what he thinks to be a love affair of mine in the palace.
A love affair?
He's become very strict on that point since his second marriage. He's using this affair as an excuse to get me out of the country.
Is it only an excuse, Louis?
Yes.
You don't love this woman?
I told you I didn't.
Then why do you look so sad? How is she, Louis?
I can't tell you that.
Then you do love her, don't you?
Catherine.
Oh, you do. It's written all over you. Are you going to see her before you leave?
Tonight, very late. She's arranged a meeting.
Louis, will you do something for me?
Yes.
Don't see her.
But it's my last chance.
Please, for my sake.
Do you know what you're asking, Catherine?
I think I do. I know what you're going through, Louis. I know what it means to love someone that you can't have.
You? Why, every man at court is mad about you.
Except one. And he's the only one that matters. Please, Louis, don't see this woman.
Why do you ask that?
If Napoleon hates you now, how will he feel when he finds out that you deliberately disobeyed him?
Well, he won't find out. You forget, I'm leaving France for good.
Oh, but there may be some hope if someone spoke up for you.
To Napoleon. You know him when he's had his feathers ruffled. It's like speaking to a stone wall.
But he can't send you away like this. He can't. Louis, wait here for me.
Catherine, where are you going?
I won't be long. Just wait, please. Francois.
Your Grace.
Order the carriage. I'm going back to the palace.
Your Majesty.
Well, what is it? Don't you see I'm busy?
I beg your pardon, sire. But the Duchess of Danzig is here. She insists upon seeing you at once, sire.
At this hour? Well, who did you say it was?
The Duchess of Danzig, sire.
Oh, yes. Send her in.
Yes, sire.
Your Majesty.
So you're the Duchess of Danzig.
Yes, Your Majesty must have seen me at...
I can't remember everybody. Sit down.
Thank you, sire.
It's strange that you should come here tonight.
It's about the...
Very strange. Because I was going to send for you in the morning. I suppose you know why.
Yes, your sister's been carrying tales again.
What's that?
She told you I insulted her. She's right.
You have no hesitation about admitting it, have you?
No, sire.
I hope you realize you've caused a scandal.
I hope I have. But do your sister a lot of good, sire, if someone took her down a peg. She forgets that she had an humble beginning, too, like a lot of us.
You're very frank. Almost brutal.
That's my army training, sire. You see, I've served under the flag.
You?
With a brandy keg on my hip, giving drinks to the wounded and the dying.
A Vivandière?
Yes, sire.
Where?
At Lefebvre, 13th Light Infantry.
Army of the Vosges?
Army of the Vosges, Army of the Moselle, Army of the Rhone.
You were at the Rhine?
That's where I had a donkey shot out from underneath me. The general named me in the orders of the day and kissed me right in front of the whole regiment.
Sure? Why have I never heard about this?
You didn't ask. Neither did your sister.
Oh, her.
All she knows is that I was a washerwoman.
Yes, I've heard about that. You've tried all trades, then?
No, only two.
One too many. A Vivandière? Good. But a washerwoman? When? Where?
In Paris, 91 and 92. I had a lot of bad customers, though. Right here in the palace, there's a soldier who owes me 60 francs to this day. He's come up in the world, but he never paid me. I think I'll ask him for it.
That would look nice, wouldn't it?
I've even brought his bill with me. I thought you'd like to see it.
No, thank you.
Oh, just to see the name on it.
I suppose you would like me to collect it for you.
Oh, and here's an old letter of his asking for credit. Listen. Out of my small pay, I am again called upon. Oh, the writing's awful. Again called upon to come to the aid of my mother and sisters who are about to take refuge in Marseille.
What's that?
As they are obliged to flee from Corsica.
Corsica? Let me see that.
Look at the signature, sire.
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yes, that's my bad customer.
Now, let me see. Your shop. The Rue Saint-Anne?
The corner of the Rue des Orties.
I remember, but your name, I can't recall that.
Catherine.
No, the other, the nickname.
Oh, Madame.
Madame Saint-Anne.
That's it.
Well, so you were Madame Saint-Anne.
Oh?
Well, I was in bad straits then. I'd almost decided to become a furniture dealer.
There's a lot more money in what you're doing now.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, let's see about this bill. 40 francs for mending alone. That's rather high.
It isn't high at all. You never had a whole shirt to your back.
Well, we won't bargain about it. We'll say Napoleon Bonaparte owes you...
60 francs. And the interest adds up, makes it 70.
Well, I'm afraid fate's against me. I haven't a sou in my pocket now.
Well, I've waited this long. I'll give you another day to settle that.
Yeah, we'll be waking up the whole palace. But, just a moment. You didn't come here to present this bill?
No, sire. I only brought that with me to remind you that I once did you a favor.
Yes?
Because now I'm going to ask a favor of you.
Go on.
There's a man here at the court. A man you're going to punish just because you happen to dislike him.
You come to plead for him?
Yes, sire.
I'm not in the habit of punishing a man for personal reasons.
Oh, then let him stay. Don't send him back.
One moment. What man is this?
The Count de Nyberg.
You can save your breath.
Your Majesty.
I said you can save your breath.
But...
Do you hear me? Well?
Your Majesty.
What is it, Roustan?
Downstairs. The door to the private staircase has just been opened.
You see who it was?
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, come on. Speak up, man.
It was the Count de Nyberg.
Louis, what...
Quiet. Please. Did you put a guard around Her Majesty's apartment?
I did, sir.
Her Majesty?
Now, Duchess, perhaps you understand why your friend must leave.
But it's impossible. You're all wrong.
Roustan, keep this woman here.
Yes, sire.
Listen, he's wrong. I've got to tell him.
Hey, come back here.
Let me go. Let me go.
Here.
Your Majesty.
Stand back. Go on. Here he is, sire. We've got him.
Louis.
Well, sir, I was prepared for this.
So I see.
Perhaps you'll tell us what you were doing at the door to the Empress' apartment.
I didn't wish to leave without bidding Her Majesty farewell.
Really? At this hour?
Your Majesty didn't give me the choice of the hour at which I should receive the orders of my sovereign.
And what orders have you to receive from the Empress?
Those which she alone has the right to dictate to me. I am neither the subject nor the valet of Your Majesty. I'm a general in the service of my country. And in that character, I owe all of my devotion to the Archduchess of Austria, the Empress Marie-Louise.
And in that character, it will be my pleasure to see you stand before a firing squad. Take him away.
Wait, Your Majesty, you can't do this. It's murder.
Take him away.
We pause for station identification. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Jean Harlow as Madame Saint-Jean and Robert Taylor as the Count de Nyberg resume the events of our play in a few moments. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the corridor of Napoleon's palace, the Chateau de Compiègne, we traverse land, sea, and time to enter the drawing room of a later Napoleon Bonaparte. It's a privilege and an honor to present the only living descendant of the Emperor of France in America. One of the great figures in the social life of New York, Palm Beach, and Newport. We switch you now to New York City, to the drawing room of a house on East 69th Street. Seated there, amid rare portraits of his illustrious ancestor, is that emperor's great-great-nephew. From Hollywood, we welcome and introduce him. From New York, he speaks to you. The pretender to the French Empire, Jerome Napoleon Bonaparte.
Thank you, Mr. DeMille, and good evening. I count it a great pleasure to take part in one of the performances from your brilliant Lux Radio Theater. As I sit here, I know that if the likeness of the Emperor in this room could come to life, he would nod his approval. In his day, all the theaters were under the subsidy of his government. And whenever he returned to Paris from trans-European campaigns, he wasted no time in taking his place with his court to hear the latest plays at the Comédie Française. This famous institution had been closed during the Revolution, but Napoleon was so interested in it that he had it reopened in 1799. He reestablished it in the building which it still occupies today. Mr. DeMille introduced me as the pretender to the French Empire. I think his statement needs some explanation. Technically, I am the present pretender, as I am the direct descendant of the Emperor Napoleon's brother by his first marriage. But I have lived all my life in America. My family and my friends are here, and also there is no French Empire. There's one detail of my ancestry Mr. DeMille omitted in introducing me, and it's one that I'm very proud of. While I am descended from the Emperor of France, I also claim another honor. My mother was the former Miss Appleton of Boston, and the great-granddaughter of the great American statesman Daniel Webster. It always amuses me to think that the great Napoleon has become related by other people's marriages to Daniel Webster. Our family, of course, can never enter into discussions as to whether or not the pen is mightier than the sword. As I am seated here, the microphone stands on a rosewood desk that may interest you. I have used it all my life. It was originally given to my cousin, the Empress Virginie, by the city of Paris when her son, the Prince Imperial, was born. There's no telling how many great documents have crossed it, and its value to me personally is even greater now that a Napoleon can use it to broadcast his words to a nation. Now, in saying good night to you, may I congratulate you all on this great Lux Radio Theater. My compliments to your brilliant Madame Saint-Jean Jean Harlow, to Mr. Taylor, and of course to Mr. Claude Rains for his very fine characterization of my great-great-uncle.
Thank you, Mr. Bonaparte. We're back in Hollywood now, where Jean Harlow and Robert Taylor star for us in Madame Saint-Jean, with Claude Rains and C. Henry Gordon. It's later, the same night. The execution of the Count de Nyberg is set for 5 o'clock, 3 hours from now. In the drawing room of her house, Catherine paces the floor nervously, desperately trying to find a way to save him. She has sent for Fouché. As he enters, she moves quickly toward him.
Fouché, is there any news?
None. I tried to see the Emperor, but it's no use. He won't see anyone.
What time is the execution?
At 5 o'clock.
And Nyberg, where are they holding him?
At the palace. I'm afraid it's a bad job, Catherine. The Emperor's keeping the whole thing hushed up to avoid a scandal. We can't do anything through the usual channels.
We've got to get Nyberg out of the country.
Are you mad? What do you intend to do? Storm the palace and raise him by... I tell you it's useless. He's blundered badly this time. Of all the women in the palace to fall in love with, he picks the Empress.
Does she know what's happened?
No. Napoleon has forbidden anyone to see her.
Then she won't know until it's over.
Exactly. He's taking no chances of her interfering.
We've got to do something. We've got to. Oh, why do you stand there, you stupid fool? They're going to kill him. Do you realize that? They're going to kill him.
I'm sorry that you love him so much, Catherine. There's nothing I can do, or anyone else.
I've got to see him. Take me to him, Fouché.
I can't.
You've got to. You can arrange it. Please, just a few minutes alone with him. A few minutes, Fouché.
If I could only reach the Count de Rovigo.
Oh, you can, please.
I can't promise a thing, Catherine, but I shall do my best.
In here.
Thank you.
You can't stay long. When I knock on the door, you must come out.
I will, thank you.
Who's that?
It's me, Louis. Catherine.
Catherine, how did you get in here?
Fouché arranged it. I have to see you again. Louis, why did you do it? Why didn't you wait? You promised.
Would it have done any good?
I came here tonight to see the Emperor, to ask him to let you stay.
You came here without knowing the facts, Catherine.
Did you try to send word to the Empress?
No, there's no one I can trust. A letter would be intercepted.
The Austrian ambassador?
No, there isn't time. It's no use, Catherine. You see? Well, shall we talk about something else?
What else is there? If time is so precious.
Time is nothing now. There's so little of it left. This time even you can't save me.
This time?
Well, you haven't forgotten that you saved me once.
Oh.
I've thought of that night often. I always meant to ask you, how did you get rid of Lefebvre?
Doesn't matter now.
I went back there once after the revolution.
Back to the shop?
Mm-hmm.
Why, Louis?
I wanted to thank you.
Oh.
And they told me you had married Lefebvre. Never thought I'd see you again. Then that night, the night you were first presented at court, the Duchess of Danzig.
You saw through me quick enough.
Well, I recognized you, if that's what you mean.
But you knew that I wasn't really a duchess.
But you were. You are, Catherine.
No, I'm not. I'm all dressed up now, and the servants call me Your Grace. Way down underneath, I'm the same as I always was. I can't be like the rest of them. I've tried, but I can't.
You're 1,000 times better.
Louis, maybe if I'd been born a lady, a real lady...
What, Catherine?
Nothing. Why do we sit here and talk when...
And are you crying?
I guess I am. I never cried before that I can remember.
Oh, now look up here. You mustn't do that.
I'm sorry.
That's a fine thing for a vivandière.
Louis, you're not afraid?
Afraid to die? No, why should I be?
You love her that much?
As any soldier loves his queen.
What are you saying?
I'm devoted to her.
I asked you if you loved her.
As a man? No.
But
Marie-Louise and I grew up together in Austria. We've been friends, good friends, since childhood. She came here as Napoleon's wife. We tried to continue that friendship, that's all.
But tonight you were going to...
At her request. She asked to see me.
Oh, why didn't you tell that to the Emperor?
Have him laugh in my face.
But he thinks that...
He thinks whatever he chooses to think.
Then you don't love her. You don't love her.
Shh. It's the God. You'll have to go now.
Louis.
Your Grace.
Oh, one moment, please.
I'm sorry, Your Grace.
Goodbye, Catherine.
Goodbye, Louis.
This way, Your Grace.
Wait. I want you to take me to the Emperor.
Your Grace, that's...
Take me to him.
He won't see you. He won't see anyone, Your Grace.
Take me to him. If you don't, I swear I'll wake the whole palace. I want to see the Emperor.
Sit down.
Thank you, sire.
Now that you blackmailed your way in here, I suppose you've come to plead for your friend again.
I've come to straighten things out, sire.
Indeed?
Your Majesty, the Count de Nypeg is not in love with the Empress.
Really? And just how did you reach that conclusion?
He's her friend and perhaps her advisor. She'd need one in this place.
Thank you.
But that's all there is to it. He's not in love with her any more than she's in love with him.
You still haven't answered my question.
No, I can't give you proof. You'll have to take my word for it and your wife's.
And just why should I do that? For the past 3 months, I've had the Count de Nypeg followed, day and night. There are the reports on my desk. Those reports inform me that he's been meeting the Empress regularly and secretly. I prefer to take the word of my police officers.
The Count is Her Majesty's friend.
These reports confirm that.
But he's not in love with her, I know it.
You seem so sure.
I am.
Why?
Because he's in love with me.
What?
He is. That's why I came here tonight. I love him, and I'll do anything to help him.
You're lying.
Am I? You said you had reports of his movements. Have you got one for tonight?
Certainly.
Then look at it and find out where he was before he came here.
At 10, to the home of the Duchess of Danzig.
Well?
It doesn't prove anything.
But it makes good sense. Where does a man go when he's ordered to leave the country? To the woman he loves. He came to me.
He also came to the Empress.
I knew he was coming. He told me. But he came to her because she asked him to. He loves me.
Do you mind if I ask him that? In your presence?
Of course not.
Very well. Rooster.
Your Majesty.
Have the Count de Nypeg brought here at once.
Open that door. Count de Nypeg.
Yes, what is it?
Will you come out here, please?
Aren't you a little early, Captain? The clock struck 4:30 just a moment ago.
I have orders to take you.
Very well. You don't mind if I finish a letter, I hope?
You'll have time for that later.
I'm afraid not.
Will you come, please? The Emperor wants to see you.
The Emperor? What for?
I'm not here to answer questions. I was told to bring you to his study. Fall in, please.
Certainly.
Ouch! Out! Your Majesty.
Bring him in, Rousseau.
In here, please.
Louis.
Catherine. What are you doing? That'll be all, Rooster. Wait outside.
Yes, sire.
Well, Nypeg?
Your Majesty?
I have a question to ask you. It's rather important. So I want you to think carefully before answering.
Your Majesty, may I ask?
Thank you. I'll ask it myself. Nypeg, if you'll pardon a purely personal question, are you in love?
Your Majesty?
Are you?
I have been for a long time. I hardly knew it myself, but I'm sure of it now.
Good. Now, this is the important point. Would you mind telling me with whom?
Must I answer that?
I insist.
Very well. Since I'm to die in an hour, it can't do much harm.
Who is she? Well?
Your Majesty doesn't know her.
Louis.
I don't know her, eh?
No, Your Majesty. Her name is Madame Saint-Jean.
Oh,
Saint-Jean?
oh, Lord.
Here, catch her quick.
Catherine, what's wrong?
She's fainted.
So that's why he wanted to know.
Yes, but he knew me as Madame Saint-Jean, too.
Well, it seems that I gave the right answer.
If you'd given any other, you'd be dead by now.
There wasn't any other. I love you, Catherine.
Oh, Louis, why didn't you tell me?
I was going to, a month ago.
I wish you had. Louis, take me home. I think my knees are giving out.
Well, it's late. You must be tired.
Tired? I feel as if I had done a hard day's wash.
The play is through, but not the players. Gene Harlow and Robert Taylor return shortly for a curtain call. Ella Cinders is a human being known in most American homes, where she drops in daily as the heroine of a comic strip. Tonight we present her creator, William Conselman. Bill came to Hollywood 10 years ago when Ella Cinders was made into a motion picture starring Colleen Moore. He has remained to become one of 20th Century Fox Studios' most sterling and reliable scenario writers. Many of Will Rogers' pictures came from his typewriter. Likewise, many of the Shirley Temple films. His latest hit, written in collaboration, is Pigskin Parade. And he is now writing the story for Irving Berlin's new musical, On the Avenue. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. William Conselman.
What'll I do first? Talk about movies or comic strips?
Well, you can choose your weapons, Bill. But remember, you're supposed to be a humorist.
All right, then suppose I tell the latest story making the Hollywood rounds. It's about a well-known director, present company accepted, who was pestered to death every single day with people trying to see him. Nothing he could say or do would keep them away. Well, last week he was taken suddenly ill. He rushed home and told his wife to get a doctor quickly. 3 hours later, she managed to reach one, and as the physician drove up to the house, the director's wife rushed into his room. "Henry," she said, "Dr. Brown is here to see you." "Impossible," he said weakly. "Tell him to drop around next week. Can't you see? I'm much too sick to see anybody."
Well, not bad, Bill. Not bad for a starter.
But now I have to confess, that story I just told is pure myth. It's the exact story, worded a little differently, that was pulled in France about 400 years ago. I cited it to prove the point I'm about to make. Namely, there's no such thing as a new joke. Take any funny story, and if you're curious and patient enough, you can find its duplicate, told in different languages, all the way back to ancient Greece and Rome. That's why trying to be funny is such a sad job. All we can do is grind away and trust we'll be lucky enough to find a new twist to someone else's gag. That goes for pictures and comic strips, too.
Well, I've noticed a definite change in comic strips, Bill. They seem to be dropping humor in favor of melodrama. Even Ella Cinders has lost those freckles she used to have.
That's because the people didn't like Ella with freckles. Women take a tremendous interest in comic strip characters. Originally, Ella was a skinny little girl with freckles and scraggly hair. Readers protested so much we dropped the freckles. The next campaign to get Ella a permanent wave. By this we drew the line. If we're ever interested in making Ella as beautiful as the Hollywood picture stars, why, we'll follow their example and acquaint Ella with your splendid product, Lux Toilet Soap. Once Charlie Plum, my associate, and I were debating whether or not to have her marry. This question drew 40,000 letters from our readers on the blisses and pitfalls of the wedded state. Ella, by the way, is still single. Today, about 200 different comic strips are read in the United States. Over a period of time, they wield a mighty influence. Popeye, for example, has probably sold more spinach than all the advice the physicians can give. The first comic strip ever published was printed in Germany about 50 years ago, while the granddaddy of the American funny paper was the still-remembered Yellow Kid. Ella Cinders is perhaps a little different from most others, in that it has a closely knit continuity, and we try to tell a complete story every day. Between the movies and Ella, I seldom waste a single gag. If I can't work it into a scenario, you can depend you'll see it in the funny papers. But whether it's a motion picture, a comic strip, or a radio program, we're all working for the same common end, to please as many people of as many different types as possible. It's been very nice being here, Mr. DeMille, and meeting you and Robert Taylor again. I can't help but feel a little proud of Bob's success. When I was writing the script of Handy Andy for Will Rogers, we decided to look outside our own studio for the masculine love interest. We borrowed Bob from MGM, and Handy Andy was the first picture he ever played in. Thank you and good night.
Good night, Bill. Good night. This is a high point of the evening. The moment when we present tonight's stars. Not as characters in a play, but as two of Hollywood's supreme favorites, Jean Harlow and Robert Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. DeMille. I'm glad you said nothing about glamour in your introduction. If you had, I'm afraid I would have screamed.
Why don't you, glamour
Oh,
girl?
Taylor!
You scream almost as well as you scream.
Very poor pun, Mr. DeMille.
Well, then may I have your autograph?
Bob is the one who does that. Just last week he visited his alma mater, the Pomona College. The co-eds almost tore him to pieces trying to get him to sign things.
Yeah. One girl couldn't find anything for me to sign except for examination paper. I was a little disappointed when I saw it was marked D in economics. However, you've been in Hollywood nearly 25 years, Mr. DeMille. What is it that turns nice, peaceful people into autograph hunters?
I've asked them that, Bob. The most sensible answer I ever received was from a young lady who said, I don't care about your autograph, Mr. DeMille. I just wanted to see what you look like.
Well, Hollywood is unique for a number of things beside autograph hunters. Out here, you can take life a lot easier. There's just as much hard work done in Hollywood as any other town. Now, you drop into any place like the Brown Derby, you'll find half the girls in faultless evening dress and half in slacks and sweaters, but nobody feels ill at ease. If you're invited to someone's home for a 7 o'clock dinner, you arrive at 9 and you find you're early. But the only thing that really puts on a show in Hollywood is a hamburger sandwich, and they're served with pecans and walnuts and... Oh, well, this is a town that is all so constantly bubbling over with new ideas. Hundreds of them come and go every week. But as far as keeping a lovely complexion is concerned, the actresses, including myself, have just one idea, and that's to use Lux toilet soap. Oh, and yes, Hollywood is probably the only town where a kiss is measured in feet. 5 feet of film for a peck and 85 feet for the real thing.
Now, the strangest kiss I've seen in pictures was that film the other day at Paramount. Marcia Hunt and Leif Erikson playing in College Holiday were the participants. And the scene of action was the bottom of a tank filled with 40,000 gallons of water.
Ducky, I call it.
Oh, that's worse than mine.
Well, Robert, any further remarks?
None, Jean, except my thanks to the Lux Radio Theater for another swell evening.
And mine, too, Mr. DeMille. It really was a privilege to be here. Good night.
Good night, Jean.
Good night.
Good night, Bob.
Thank you, Miss Harlow, and thank you, Robert Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your announcer, Melville Ruick. Before Mr. DeMille tells us of next week's program, may I say that our stars tonight came to us through courtesy of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Studios. Miss Harlow will next be seen with Wallace Beery and Spencer Tracy in The Foundry. Mr. Taylor in Camille with Greta Garbo. Mr. Raines appeared through courtesy of Warner Brothers Pictures. His next picture is Stolen Holiday with Kay Francis, while C. Henry Gordon is currently seen in the charge of the Light Brigade. Mr. DeMille is from Paramount, and Mr. Silvers, 20th Century Fox, where he was in charge of music for the new film Banjo on My Knee. Our cast tonight included Lou Merrill as Lefebvre, William Royal as the General and Constant, Corinne Ross as Madame Savary, Sarah Selby as Eliza, Phyllis Coughlin as Carolyn, Gretchen Thomas as Marie, Frank Nelson as Rustan, Ken Chevelle as a footman, David Kerman as a guard, James Eagles as a sergeant, Ross Forrester as a patriot, Charles Emerson as citizen, and George Finney as Citizen Dupre. And now, Mr. DeMille.
Two of Hollywood's most glittering personalities, teamed first in Warner Brothers Pictures and more recently in Matrimony, are teamed again in the Lux Radio Theater next Monday night. They are Dick Powell and Joan Blondell. And they'll star for us in a sparkling musical comedy, the radio version of Warner Brothers' picture Gold Diggers. Our sponsors, the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, join me in inviting you to be with us again next Monday night when the Lux Radio Theater presents Dick Powell and Joan Blondell in the radio version of Warner Brothers' picture Gold Diggers. This is Cecil B. DeMille saying good night to you from Hollywood.
This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.